Oh man, thank God, dude.
I want some nasty.
Are we having fun yet?
Brian Wright has spoken. And thank God Brian Wright has spoken. I have gotten so tired of this whole argument of no more guards. So Brian Wright actually gave his true thoughts on what the Spurs approach is entering this draft. And I have to say, it's the right approach. And we've been talking about this over and over again, and I've been saying this continuously. The San Antonio Spurs need more, and I mean way more than just a center. I don't think that we even got to that step yet. I said this maybe during the season. I'm not sure. I do too many videos. But I said this at some point this season, that the Spurs haven't even taken the first step yet. Like, a lot of people are trying to jump to that second step to say, oh, draft a position. Oh, we need a center. Just fill that position. We got plenty of guards. But in actuality, first, if you look at any of the teams that have won championships in the last few years, or even teams that are championship contenders, they have plenty of guards. But that's besides the point. All I'm trying to say is we haven't even necessarily been in a position where we can even say that we need a position. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times you have to take that first step to at least get a star. You have to have your star established, and then you start to build around that star and you start filling in positions. Prime example, Dallas Mavericks. They have Luka Doncic, and they said, look, we absolutely need a big man. And they went after Christian Wood. That's what you do. But you can't necessarily start off with positions like, oh, no, we just need a center right now because our guards are good enough. What gave you the idea that our guards were good enough? Jakob Poeltl is one of the best centers, at least defensive centers, at least rim protector centers in the NBA, and we still weren't that good. So no, it's not necessarily just filling in a position, filling in the center position. No, it's way more than that. You need a star. So let's go ahead and listen to what Brian Wright had to say, and we'll give our thoughts afterwards.
We can add size, we can add guards, we have to continue to build this out. And, we've always taken the approach of best available player. And if the best available player is a guard, we have no issue taking that person. And then, you figure things out. So that's how we've always approached it, and we'll continue to approach the draft.
Yeah, that's how you have to do it. And another thing I want to add as well is even Joshua Primo, which I do believe is going to be something serious. I think he's the embodiment of this. I think that they went after a guy who has high potential. I think they already kind of bought into him, to be honest with you. And yeah, and that's what you need to do. It wasn't about whether or not you need this position or that position. I used to think that way. Like, I truly used to think that way. But even last season going into the draft, I thought that our team would be better than this, but I've watched these games. I've seen the games. They're not that good. They just need a star, and they don't have one. All right, so let's go ahead and go into another thing that I want to talk about, because a lot of people say they want Jalen Duren, and I know it's fun to go after guys that are rim runners, who are good defenders, and who are big men, and it seems as if Spurs fans been kind of wanting this ever since Robinson left. I mean, to be honest, it gets a little ridiculous with the amount of emphasis that goes on centers nowadays. But if you look around the league, that's not necessarily the case. All right, so let's go ahead and go into this. So a lot of people want Jalen Duren, right? And I understand that. But even if you look here, okay, it's almost a numbers game, okay? If you look here at 9th, Jalen Duren will not be the best player available. Like, there's quite a few players that I would take ahead of him. That would be, and I'm not just going after this mock draft, okay? I'm just like giving my own thoughts. That would be, I would take Jalen Williams over him. I would take Johnny Davis. I would take Jeremy Sohan. I would take Mathurin. I would take Dyson Daniels. I would even take Keegan Murray over him. I would take Shaedon Sharpe. I would take Jaden Ivey. I mean, that's 7 players right there, right? So that's 7 players, and we already know this is more so the top 3. So what, 8, 9, 10? Yeah, he's not going to be the best player available. Like, he just won't. So I don't understand where a lot of people are coming from with that. Now, I will say this. I'll add on, just to, piggyback on the Jalen Duren thing. If you guys really want Jalen Duren, well, we already know that the Charlotte Hornets are trying to trade their picks. So if the Spurs wanted to take one of their picks, like get rid of Jakob or something and take their 13th, and Jalen Duren is there, I'm for it. I think that that's a great pick at 13. It's just that at 9, that's not the best player available, and it's just not a smart move. But I just wanted to say that, just air it out. But yeah, guys, we got to take that first step before we can go into the second step. There is no filling positions until you fill the most important position, and that's your star. You need a star on this team. But that's besides the point. I'll give it to you guys later. You want to support the channel, only $2 a month. Patreon, YouTube members, link in the description. Thanks for all the thanks for all the live. We will be live pre-draft tonight, Wednesday night, and then I'll be live again during the draft. So we're gonna be busy. All right, I'll give it to you guys later. Until next time, thanks for the love. Deuces.